All right, here we are in a beautiful San Marcos, California morning. A little bit warm. We're going to walk around and tell you a really nice 1956 Ford F100 big window pickup. Beautiful presentation of a 56 in a Resto-Mod format. Very nicely done. It's finished in a deep burgundy single stage PPG finish. It's a custom mix the owner did. He started out with a burgundy and then he darkened it up a little bit just to give it a little bit of darkness and color. Very nice. Took him about 3-4 years to build the truck. It's been completed about a year and about 800 test miles. Has Krager kidney bean style wheels that are chrome bladed, 17s on the rear, 15s in the front, all steel running boards. The bed itself is you can buy the reproduction bed, just end up with nice smooth bed sides. All the bright work's been restored, very nice. The stance is just perfect. We'll step back so you can take a look at it. You already saw it. Has parallel leaf springs in the rear. Has a Ford 9-inch rear differential out back there, an AOD automatic overdrive transmission. Up front here it has a TCI cross-member tubular control arms, fully independent front suspension with rack and pinion power steering. Underneath the hood here, it has a forward tilt hood, by the way. We'll have photos at the engine compartment there when we have it running for you. He's louvered the front here, the hood, and he's louvered the lower panel, lower filler panel up front here. Nice factory chrome grille. Other than that, really not modified. Underneath the hood is a 351 cubic inch Ford Cleveland V8. It's been stroked to 392 cubic inches. We'll have a lot of details when we get underneath the hood. 4-barrel carburetor, serpentine belt drive. Of course, we already covered the transmission and the rear end for you over there. Pretty. Stance is very nice. Very 800 test miles, never overheats, no issues that way. Great driving truck. I took it for a little test drive here and I share some of that video with you. Paint was done by True Line. Merle, who did it, Merle?
Merle did the body work.
Okay. Started with a really nice factory cab and components. Howard McKee, leather interior in it with visible stitching. Vertical pleats on it. This is a movable cup holder, so it's just sitting on the seat. Dash is finished off nice. Notice the dash extension here. German square weave carpet. All the firewall, the floors here, and inside the doors have been heat insulated with the heat insulation. Kind of get a feel there. Underneath this, it's a snap here. The battery's underneath in a compartment here. These are floor mats that are headliner. Pretty. Doors shut nice. Very professional style restoration. Again, give you a feel there. Nice little breeze. Beats Havasu when it gets too hot doing this. Same little subtle few louvers on the back of the tailgate here. Share the bed with you. There's some tie downs so you can tie your chairs down if you're going to the show. The tailgate does open. See, we're not going to open it for you while I'm doing the video. We'll have pictures of that at Spud's Garage. Fuel fill here, really nice. Modern style fuel fill, so you don't have to pull a cap off. Only real mod I can see on it, other than the louvers. Nice chrome bumpers, dual exhaust, factory frame, factory style mirrors here. Nice little map pockets in the door. Factory door handles. That is a factory seat in it with the armrest in the center. This neat little piece up here, speaker cover, he said they're hard to find, you can't buy them, reproduction, had it replated. He's actually, and then he put kick panel speakers in it here. So it's got 3 speakers in it, and the audio's run all the way to underneath the seat here, and he just prepped it for audio. So the speaker's in, all the wiring's underneath the driver's seat here. It's also prepared, the antenna's not on it, but it's wired for GPS if you want to put GPS on it. Full gauge instrumentation gauges, how's that? Get it out of my mouth today. This here is a switch for turning on the power. It's kind of like a battery turn off. I turned it off, we'll turn it back on. You hear the fuel pump. I already had it on. Vintage air conditioning. Low car style pedals, matte black. Or fuel pedal there. Vintage air, blows cold. I took it for a drive, I'll share that with you. Odometer 806.8 miles, time of inspection. All the gauges work, never overheats or has any issues, barely ever, as it went up to the 195 there. Automatic cooling fan comes on, oil pressure's good. Classic instruments gauge pack. Bolts right at 13. Everything's been calibrated on a 30-gallon fuel tank in the back. Get out and let you hear it run. Drive this one. Alright, we'll get you underneath the hood. Very nice. Nicely done. 351 cubic inch Ford Cleveland V8. Has an AOD automatic overdrive transmission, a Ford 9-inch rear differential with 355 gear ratio. Tell you about the motor a little bit here. McRae built engine, pumping out about 400 horsepower. Engine dyno stand. It's completely built, balanced, blueprinted, professionally done, about 800 miles on it. Bored about 30 over. It has the stroker crankshaft in it, the Ford stroker crankshaft, so it's like 392 cubic inches. Has Australian cylinder heads on it, which are set up for a 4V, and they've been polished, that type of thing, internally. Holley double pumper, 4-barrel carburetor. It's been flow benched to the truck, to the engine. MSD Pro Billet distributor. MSD ignition. This is vintage front runner air conditioning system, serpentine belt drive. Has updated Mustang 2 tubular front suspension in it, like we talked about. Power steering pumps down low there. Here's the power steering reservoir and then the coolant reservoir. Tilt forward hood has been louvered. Has a pin stop here that you can put in here at the shows so nobody will shut the hood on you or the wind won't blow it down. Electric cooling fan with a custom built fan shroud. Short tube ceramic coated headers, dual exhaust. Again, only about 800 miles on it. The finish flows all the way through. Over here on the passenger side, same thing. Here's a double pumper Holley again. Vintage air conditioning there. Tubular suspension over on this side. All the aprons and everything are finished this body color. Just going to fire it up here for you. I'm sure I probably missed something. Ford racing dress with a finned air filter on it and a K&N style filter. Alright, we're going to fire it up here for you. Here's the electric fuel pump kick on. By the way, it runs really cool, the owner says. He don't think he's ever seen it get up to 190. The cooling fan over there has an electric switch that comes on. take it down the street and back. The AOD is nice. He says this tacks about 2,200 on the highway with the 355 ratio and the AOD. Super easy steer. I don't even have my hands on the steering wheel. Quiet ride. Put the UE up here and then I'll take you back. Flipping a UE here. Show you how easy it turns around. Beautiful San Marcos State. Hang on to the end of the video. Thanks for coming to Spud's Garage. Alright, we'll get you the undercarriage here. Pretty low. We don't have a lift on this one, but very nice body off frame style restoration. Has a TCI front clip on it with power rack and pinion steering. Front disc brakes.
Chevrolet disc brakes, Chevrolet spindles.
Okay, Chevy disc brakes up front here with Chevy spindles. These are Krager kidney beam wheels. They're 215/70 R15. We're getting a little help from the owner behind me here, which is a good thing. Has dual exhaust leading to the back. You've already heard it by now. This video is liable to be better than my photos because lighting is so odd right now. Ford 9-inch rear differential with 355 ratio. Has an AOD transmission, Ford overdrive, automatic overdrive. See the battery there. Has access through the front floor. We covered that on the walk around, but there's the battery. Back tires here. Again, very fresh truck. 265/60 R17s in the rear. 30-gallon fuel tank in the back here. Parallel leaf or standard leaf spring in the back. I get up forward here, I'll show you. He had traction bars on it. He took them off because it just made the ride a little stiffer than he wanted. But you could put traction bars back on it easy. There's two mounts for it. Crossover in the exhaust there. Great sound to it. To here. See how she's assembled? Bottom of the floor pans are like a rhino coating. Obviously you see the bottom of the running boards there. There you go.